I thought my wife's disability would make us easy targets. But when the HOA president chained her wheelchair to our porch, she never imagined my wife's phone call would bring the governor to our doorstep. How would they react when they learned the disabled woman they tormented was about to rewrite the laws they abused? I was unpacking boxes in our new Willow Grove home when 3 sharp knocks startled me. We'd only been there 4 days, and I wasn't expecting anyone. Opening the door, I faced a woman with sleek black hair and a crimson blazer, her smile cold. "Hi, I'm Victoria Steele, president of the Willow Grove Homeowners Association," she said, extending a manicured hand. "You must be Mr. Carter." I shook her hand. "That's right, Michael Carter. We're still settling in." Victoria glanced past me at the cluttered living room. "I see. I'm here to welcome you and get you signed up for the HOA." She pulled a thick folder from her bag. When I hesitated, her smile tightened. "Membership is mandatory. The fee's only $350 a month." "Mandatory?" I frowned. Our realtor never mentioned an HOA. "That's steep." Victoria's tone sharpened. "It covers landscaping, events, and keeps property values high." Just then, my wife, Emily, wheeled up in her motorized chair, her blonde hair in a loose braid, face weary from the move. "Michael, who's this?" she asked. Victoria's eyes flicked to Emily's wheelchair, then her legs under a blanket. "This is Victoria from the HOA," I said. "She says we have to join." Emily smiled. "Nice to meet you. This house's layout is perfect for my needs." Victoria's gaze lingered on the ramp we'd installed over the front step. "Exterior modifications need architectural committee approval," she said, pulling out a form. "And your mailbox and house numbers don't meet standards." "We haven't had time to change those," Emily said, her smile fading. "Rules are rules," Victoria snapped, handing me her card. "Submit the membership papers and ramp approval within a week, or expect violation notices." After she left, Emily sighed. She seemed intense. I flipped through the folder's rules, approved plants, paint colors, even trash can schedules. "This feels controlling," I muttered. That night, I couldn't sleep, haunted by Victoria's stare at Emily's ramp. At 2 a.m., I scoured online forums about Willow Grove's HOA. A news article revealed residents had fought its creation, claiming it wasn't in their deeds. Posts described aggressive enforcement, like targeting an elderly widow until she sold cheap. County records showed the HOA formed 9 months ago, after we bought our home. By morning, I was furious. "They can't force us to join," I told Emily over breakfast. "Let's not assume the worst," she said, ever the optimist. But I sensed trouble brewing. A week later, Victoria returned, her smile gone when I refused to join. "I've spoken to a lawyer," I said. "State law says you can't compel us." Her face flushed. "You're making a mistake, Mr. Carter." She snapped photos of our yard as she left. 3 days later, a yellow notice appeared on our car, claiming it was improperly parked in our driveway. Then a violation for our ramp arrived, with a $100 daily fine. "This is harassment," Emily said, her voice cracking. I hired a property lawyer who confirmed the HOA had no authority over us. I sent a certified letter demanding they stop. The next day, landscapers trespassed to mow our lawn, citing a height violation. Then a cop showed up, claiming Emily's physical therapy sessions were an illegal business. "Someone's watching us," I told Emily, installing security cameras. The harassment escalated. Our power was cut, someone tampered with our meter. More notices arrived. Improper garbage placement, unapproved curtains. Victoria and her allies mocked us publicly, calling Emily's ramp an eyesore. One midnight, Victoria's SUV and 2 others blocked our driveway. "Public street," her husband, Greg, sneered. "Prove it's harassment." I recorded everything, my blood boiling. If Emily needed medical care, we'd be trapped. The breaking point came when I woke to Emily's scream. On our porch, her wheelchair was chained to the railing, a violation notice taped to it. Unapproved ramp. $500 daily fine. Emily sobbed, unable to move. Who does this? Our neighbor, Harold, gasped. Our cameras caught Victoria and 2 board members, Lisa Grant and Paul Chen, chaining the chair at 5:43 a.m., laughing. I cut the chain, rage consuming me. The police were useless. Greg was the chief's buddy. Neighbors shared similar stories. A widow's bird feeder destroyed, a veteran's garden smashed, all after refusing the HOA. Victoria's sister is a judge, one whispered. Her uncle owns the paper. That night, our power was cut again. Victoria drove by smirking, snapping photos. Desperate, I dug into public records. The HOA's filings were invalid, missing homeowner signatures. They'd collected $900,000 in fees, but only $50,000 went to the neighborhood. The rest funded Victoria's family company, buying condos and a yacht. They'd forced out 45 homeowners, buying their properties at 30% below market through Victoria's cousin's firm, then flipping them for millions. Emily, a former housing attorney, had an idea. She pulled out a photo with Governor Rachel Bennett, her law school friend. We worked on housing rights together, Emily said. I'll call her. As she dialed, a rock crashed through our window, a note reading, Join or leave. Victoria stood on our lawn with 5 board members shouting, Sign the papers or lose water and peace. Emily sent the governor our evidence, videos, notices, financial records. Governor Bennett replied instantly, promising to visit. The next morning, she arrived incognito. This is criminal, she said, reviewing our proof. State investigators set up hidden cameras and panic buttons. Emily was appointed to the Housing Rights Commission, and a leaked resignation rumor baited Victoria. The trap worked. Victoria stormed our house with a locksmith and board members, demanding an emergency inspection. Sign these property transfer papers, Greg growled, or things get worse. Emily recorded baiting them. You're monitoring my appointment? Victoria sneered. Your pity job won't save you. As they broke in, sirens blared, not local cops, but state troopers. The Attorney General's team arrested Victoria, Greg, and their allies. Governor Bennett revealed Emily's past as a top housing attorney. We've been investigating this HOA for months, she said. Victoria's glare held fear for the first time. News vans swarmed. Emily spoke. 17 families were targeted for their age or disability. That ends now. The FBI uncovered $2.5 million in stolen fees and 8 forced property sales. Greg was stripped of his badge. Victims called, elderly, deaf, veterans, all harassed. Governor Bennett signed an order freezing HOA fees statewide. Emily helped draft the Emily Carter Act, requiring unanimous consent for new HOAs and harsh penalties for discrimination. Victoria and her board pleaded guilty, facing 10 years. Our neighborhood transformed, with pride flags and ramps appearing. A new family with a wheelchair-using daughter moved in, welcomed by Emily. That night, Emily looked at old photos. Your biggest challenge reveals your strength, she said. The state bar asked her to lead a disability rights committee. Victoria made a mistake messing with you, I said, kissing her. Our fight changed thousands of lives. What do you think of Victoria's actions? Should HOAs have this much power? Share your thoughts below, especially on how far is too far in community disputes. Your comments keep this story alive and could spark the next viral discussion.